In this video, we are going to solve a problem based on Norton's theorem. So let's see what the problem is all about. So here I am drawing a circuit having a voltage source. One resistance is connected in series with this voltage source. One more resistance I am considering. Further, two more resistances are connected like this, and we have one current source. These are the terminals A and B. Let's give value to all voltage source, current source and resistances. So this is a voltage source of 20 volt, current source of 4 ampere and resistances are 15, 10, 6 and 4 ohm. We are supposed to replace this circuit by Norton's equivalent circuit. So let's solve. Step number 1. As we have discussed, Norton's equivalent circuit has two parts. One is a current source, and across this current source we need to find out a resistance. So the first step in Norton's theorem is calculation of IN. So some modification we need to do to the original circuit. And what is the modification? We short circuit this open ends. So short circuit AB link, keeping rest of the part of the circuit as it is. So the circuit will look like this. And what we are supposed to find out, after short circuiting A and B points, what is the current flowing through that link? That is our Norton's current IN. So once again I am writing the values of all the respective elements. We are supposed to get IN either by mesh analysis or nodal analysis. So let's find out the value of IN using mesh analysis. Here I am having these three loops given, having loop currents I1, I2 and I3. We know as per the direction of current, voltage drops will get developed across resistances. So I am marking those drops. Now I am ready for application of KVL. So let's apply KVL to loop number 1. So loop number 1 has these three elements. So if I apply KVL to loop number 1, what I will get? I will get 20 minus 15I1 minus 10I1 plus 10I3 equal to 0. After simplifying, what I will get? I will get minus 25I1 plus 10I3 equal to minus 20, equation number 1. Let's apply KVL to loop number 2. But hold on, let's see what is loop 2. So loop 2 having a current source. So we have discussed that whenever I am having a current source, a part of loop, I can get loop current directly, which is same as current source value. So I can directly say I2 equal to 4. And this I will consider as equation number 2. Once I will come to know the loop current value, no need to apply KVL to that particular loop. Hence, I am not going to apply KVL to loop number 2. Let's apply KVL to loop number 3. loop number 3 has these 3 resistances. So if I apply KVL to loop number 3, what I will get? I will get minus 6I3 plus 6I2 minus 4I3 minus 10I3 plus 10I1 equal to 0. Let's simplify. So if I simplify, I will get 10I1 plus 6I2 minus 20I3 equal to 0, equation number 3. So 3 unknowns, 3 equations. If I solve using a calculator, I will get I1 equal to 1.6 ampere, I2 equal to 4 ampere and I3 equal to 2 ampere. Now if I see this circuit, I3 is nothing but IN. So what I can say? I can say Norton's current IN is same as I3 equal to 2 ampere. So IN is same as I3, nothing but 2 ampere. So first part of a problem is over. Let's go to the second part, that is calculation of Rn. So for calculation of Rn, we need to do some modification to the original circuit. So original circuit is this. So what are the modifications we are supposed to do? We are supposed to open terminals A and B, which are already open for this problem. So no need to consider that modification. Voltage source we need to short circuit and current source we need to open circuit, because internal resistance of voltage source is 0, internal resistance of current source is infinite. Hence I can say 20 volt voltage source is short circuited and 4 ampere current source is open circuited. So if I consider these modifications, the original circuit will look like this. For this circuit, we are supposed to find out equivalent resistance between points A and B, which will be our Norton's resistance Rn. So it's very simple now. 15 and 10 forming a loop, hence I can consider these two resistances are in parallel, and its equivalent will be 15 multiplied by 10 divided by 15 plus 10. If I solve, I will get 150 divided by 25, nothing but 6 ohm. Now the 6 ohm will come in series with this 6 ohm and 4 ohm. So the circuit will be like this. Now it's very simple. RAB same as Rn is nothing but 6 plus 6 plus 4. The answer will be 16 ohm. Now we got Rn and IN. Let's draw Norton's equivalent circuit. So the Norton's equivalent circuit will be a current source and resistance connected in parallel to this current source. We have calculated IN as 2 ampere and Rn value we got 16 ohm. So this is a Norton's equivalent circuit between points A and B. Thank you.